What is going on, gang? We're back. We're back with the first draft of the year of our Han Solo 2023, man. We're back with the second iteration of this draft, man. We're talking Heroes Draft. That's me, Boise, the host, most of the stuff right here on Poprika, and I'm joined with some guests. I will not be participating. We have four participants for this draft. We have, I guess we got to start at the top. We have the Draftomania champ with us, Mr. Joel Winstead. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing well. Good to be here. You guys were late. I was early. Glad to be here.
I love how when I said Draftomania champ, I don't know if you guys saw, he smugly adjusted his glasses as he did it and did it again. Wow, what a dick. We also have with us another draft champ, the Star Wars draft champion, Mrs. Leslie Mansell. How are you doing today?
Great.
All right. Are you ready to get your draft on, ma'am?
I am.
All right.
I think.
All
I
right.
hope.
We have returning for like his third or fourth draft. Always a delight and pleasure to have him on. Our boy, Mr. Mark Sizzlechest. How are you doing today, sir?
Hi, that's me. I'm always happy to be with all y'all, so I'm glad to be here.
Excellent. Lovely. And we have Geekcast Live host, one of the hosts of the Recast, GCR himself, Geekcast Ryan. In your first official Poprika draft. How are you doing, sir?
I'm ready to pop this cherry is what I'm ready to do.
Ready to pop this cherry. Like I said, man, we're going to be doing the Heroes draft. Our gang of people here will be drafting 10 different occupations, we'll call it, of heroes. Those occupations being, if you did not listen to the first Heroes draft we did, they will need drafting from all of fiction. We're talking movies, television, books, comics, manga, video games. If you want to go with Colonel Mustard from Clue the board game, I don't know if he was a hero or not, but he's on the table. They will be drafting team leader, a spy, a science tech engineer person, a doctor or medic, magician slash sorcerer, an anti-hero, a fighter, two muscle brown brawlers, and the very last thing you will all draft will be a theme song that brings them together. We are drafting our group of heroes. Yes, ma'am.
Did I miss that you said a doctor medic, or did you skip that?
Yes, I do believe I did say Dr. Medic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I swear I'm paying attention.
Or maybe I didn't. Who knows? Only time will tell. They will be assembling this cast of heroes. I don't know what in the world these people could be fighting, but they will be fighting, man, for the fate of us all.
Lots of evil things. If we're doing all of heroic things, they're fighting all the bad stuff.
You know what? That's a good point. I have
Which
no
is
idea.
the next draft.
the villain
All the
draft?
bad stuff.
Yeah.
All the bad stuff. Like wind.
Plane! Just,
Yeah.
you know.
Which was the villain in The Happening.
Yeah, not a good. You're not wrong. Trans fats, I do believe, will also be one of the things that they are fighting. Before we get started, man, we're talking about heroes, man. We're talking about all the different alignments. There's chaotic heroes, there's neutral heroes, there's lawful good out there in the world. Let's start with you, Mr. Sizzlechest, of the alignments of the lawful, the neutrals, and the chaotics. Where would you say you fall at?
So I know what my hair says, but I'm probably lawful. Like I want to be chaotic good. But I'm not.
You have barred hair.
I do, yeah. And like I would wait in line patiently to get into the tavern to sing. Like I'm not I desperately I admire chaotic good. Like they're all my favorites. So much of my draft is based on that. And like I think in my head, I'm like, I'm chaotic good. Like I do good, but on my terms. No, I don't. Like I'm gonna be like the boring one. I don't want to be Cyclops, but I probably am.
Self-awareness is a good thing. Cyclops is a villain.
Yeah. That too. Now.
Leslie Mansell. Right. What whereabouts would you fall in the order of things?
So I actually took one of these recently, and I double checked just to make sure. But I am neutral good. I just do good things. Fuck it if it's against the rules. If it's a good thing, it's a good thing.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
So you wait in line. I look for a side door that I can, no, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not skipping the fees. I'm just getting in there a little quicker.
Sure.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. What about you there, Ryan? Where are you at? Where are you at in the alignment chart there?
Oh, I'm gonna regretfully land on neutral evil, I think.
We have the right person for the job here during this draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't
not-
get into
I'm
the
not-
spots. You're just going to burn the whole thing down.
Yeah. It kind of I'm a petty bitch.
And that leaves us with you, Big Winstead. Where are you falling at in the alignment chart?
Well, I've been playing D&D for years, and I'm always falling into the chaotic neutral with a bent towards chaotic evil.
Oh
A
no.
dark gray Jedi.
As a DM, you mess up all my stuff.
Oh, I would love doing it.
Spend all that time writing for you people, and then you just throw a wrench in the thing. And...
Throw a
See,
wrench
I
in the
would be
whole
here
plan.
for the lore. I would give
Huh.
you the opportunities for all the lore dumps.
I try.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm cool with giving a guy like a gentlemanly tug job, but then I'm gonna tell everybody about it. You know what I mean? So like neutral evil.
All
I
right,
guess
then.
I think that's the best way to explain it.
That's the best way to explain it. Neutral evil. All right, then before we get started on this bit of business, we have to figure out what order we're going to draft in. I have my randomizer wheel, which casts a reflection on the screen you can't see, so you'll just have to trust me. So drafting first, we have Winstead.
Oh,
No, damn it.
you didn't want it.
Didn't want it. All right. Wasn't expecting that. All right, then. Drafting second, we have Geek Cast Rye.
Right where I wanted.
Right where he wanted. He lies. And drafting third, we get Winstead again. No, you don't get two drafts.
Let's go. Back to
We have Leslie, which means Sizzle Chest is on the turn.
But I get two, and I like it.
That you get to. Now, the last little bit of business I'll give you here, we are drafting our theme song last. Anything outside of that, whatever you want to go, whatever order, whatever place you want, it is on you. That being said, Winstead, where would you like to start, sir?
There's a couple that I have that are just like, that's the one, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
If I draft somebody, is it still on the table for somebody else, or is it
No,
God.
it's off the table.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
In all forms, right?
Yes,
Like
yes,
for
in
all
all
medias.
forms, all medias. No matter how you draft them, it's if you get the for instance, Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock, then you cannot take the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle Sherlock.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to take my leader off the table first then.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
A good leader needs to be above reproach. A good leader needs to be unable to be penetrated by evil. It needs to embody that leaderness quality. And there's no other person that embodies that than Chris Evans in the MCU as Captain America.
All right, then we're starting.
He's
off
going to lead
strong.
you into battle.
Straight
He's going
chalk,
to lead you into
homie.
battle. He's not going to be swayed by evil. He will fight another good guy if that's what it takes.
It's going to be really boring, but yeah, you're absolutely right. It's going to be,
It's not boring.
unflappable, but man, just like watching molasses crawl down a tree. But yeah, otherwise, yeah. Yep.
Speaking of molasses, there's no other one I'd rather follow into battle than America's Act.
Well done.
Well done.
Good play.
Of all the Cap appearances in the MCU, Winstead, what movie, what appearance does he have that is your favorite?
Oh, it's Endgame when he grabs Thor's hammer and goes to town. I mean, there's no bigger boner that
Just
one could have.
throbby and veiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
when he puts the shield over that broke ass arm
Yeah.
of his. Yeah.
Oh my god, I cried when I first watched it, and then I probably cried 2 or 3 more times on subsequent viewings. It's just the perfect moment.
So Ryan, what about you? What about where in the line of Avengers does Cap fall for you? Is he a top 3 favorite Avenger? Where is he?
Yeah,
How do you get down with the? Oh,
Cap.
the tattoo.
Got a little shield tattoo. Yeah, I'm a Cap guy. Team Cap, baby.
Okay, right on.
All day.
Well, what about you, Sizzle? You talked about how boring Cap is.
Technically, on the Civil War, I'm 100% Team Cap. Like I'm all the way privacy and all that good stuff. Like I totally support everything that he did, and I think he's an excellent team leader. I don't think he's a good protagonist. Like I think that he is a very bland protagonist. But like when the Avengers does, like first of all, the hammer moment was amazing. It was absolutely incredible, and like he's had some really shining moments in the MCU and in the comic books. But like I'm always happy to see him like lead the team because he should. He's the best one to do it. Oh man, like every time he starts talking, I'm like, oh, just get to the part where you tell the people to do the thing and then they go do the thing, please. Oh man.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. What about you,
He's
Leslie?
consistent.
He's so consistent. He's an excellent leader. I love his leadership.
What about you, Leslie? Are you a Cap fan?
I am a Cap fan. Definitely on his side as far as Civil War goes. You, sir, are outnumbered.
Civil War the comic? Yes. Civil War the movie? Absolutely not. What is your favorite Cap moment? Do you have a favorite Cap moment there?
Oh, my favorite Cap moment.
The whipped cream bikini one.
little banana split business there.
I'm gonna go with the very cheeky. I do have America's ass.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fair. All right. Speaking of asses, Geekcast Rye. You are up, sir. Where are we going? Where are we starting with for you?
I'm not going to go conventional. I'm not going to pick my team leader first because I have to pick my linchpin of the entire team. My second pick is a man of focus, commitment, and sheer will. My fighter.
Your fighter, okay.
John Wick.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Oh, took him off mine. That was on my list.
That's why I had to take him early.
Was that on your fighter list, Winstead?
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Why is that the linchpin? Why is that your first place you go there, sir?
Well, it's the first place I go because if I didn't, he would have been picked.
Yeah, strategy.
So I had to get him early. He's the guy that in my workshop when I workshopped this draft, it was determined he had to go first.
Okay, all right. So you're playing that. Which of the 3 that we've got so far, which is your favorite John Wick?
I think the first one. I think because it's asinine in its concept that the man just kills everyone because he was wronged, and it's fine. I think the idea of it on its head is fucking silly.
Yes, and you're 100% correct.
I love it.
Silly idea. Yeah. What about you, Sizzle Chest? Did you have him on your list at all?
I did have him on my muscle team, which was like unconventional muscle. Like I wasn't being muscular, just like somebody who can, knock some heads around. But I love John Wick. Like we saw that movie. My wife and I saw that movie randomly. Like there was a movie we were trying to catch, and it was back before like buying tickets in advance. And it was like, I don't know. Well, the other movie sold out. Let's go see Keanu Reeves kill people over a puppy, I guess. And I walked out of that and I was like, that's the best thing I've ever seen. Like that was so I have fond memories of John Wick. He's amazing.
Right on. What about you there, Leslie? Have you've seen all the Wicks, right? Have you watched it with me? I've watched it within the last year or so.
Hi. I have watched the first 2. I did not retain anything from watching them, and I haven't watched the third.
I think it's the third one where he spends like 5 minutes putting together an antique pistol, all to just shoot one shot at a guy.
Amazing.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
That's the build-up that you're looking for.
It's the good, the bad, the ugly scene.
Followed by the best knife fight scene I've ever seen.
They're just throwing knives
in a hallway full of knives.
Yeah.
As these movies have progressed, they've gotten more and more ridiculous. And 3 at the end is like, now I can see the shark. And you've been doing leg presses, so you're getting real close to jumping that shark. So I need 4 to either
No, he
dial
needs
it back
to
or
ride
end
the
it.
shark into battle. No.
Right on. Right on. All right, then. Leslie, where's your first pick now?
See, this is what I said earlier. It's gonna be a panic pick.
How are you already panicking? We've had 2 picks.
Because I've already questioned my whole my whole strategy is already like, shit, should I really do that?
Terrible.
I know. So I'm gonna go with my team leader first because it's safe for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with a man who has a vision of what his team needs to do. He has faith in his people. He knows their skills, and he's gonna make sure shit gets done. He will not break. He will be Morpheus from the Matrix.
Interesting pick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Could be a
Yeah.
good call. Could be a good call.
Now, yes, they were betrayed. That is not his fault. Lots of good people, lots of good leaders, unfortunately, do get betrayed.
Shout out to Judas.
But he knows his people. He knows their strengths. He helps develop them, and he has faith in their abilities, even when they don't.
And he can fucking fight along with the team too.
Yeah.
Yes, he can.
Is the Morpheus Neo the best Morpheus that we get out of the Matrix? That first fight that they do to the field.
You mean I mean, that is the most entertaining scene for me.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, then. Are there any other good Morpheus scenes out there, fellas?
I mean, that's got to be the one. I mean, there's
That's
like
the
the
big one.
helicopter scene where he's like running in slow motion and jumping in a helicopter, but it's not really like a.
He wasn't on top
For
of that
me-
scene. He got out of that scene.
For
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
it's the fact that he does take a beat. It's the beating before that jump, because he's still holding on. He still believes in his people. He has faith in their mission, which is, that Neo's going to be the one. He's going to save shit. And he does not break. He doesn't necessarily expect his people to save him, but he does not break. He gives them every opportunity to do what they need to do.
Right.
We
on.
all got to have this orgy in this dirty ass cave.
I was just going to say, any leader that can green light a cave orgy is my kind of leader.
Yeah.
That's
That was
excellent.
just, it was just rubber stamped too.
Yep,
Came
just
across
boom.
that just like
Cave
orgy.
orgy. Go. How many candles? Double it. No, triple the candles.
Rubber stamp.
All
Go.
the candles. Every candle we've got.
What is
Go,
it, Thursday?
leather, more leather.
More leather. All right, then, Sizzle. We are on the turn. It is 2 picks for you, sir. You
Okay.
are 1 of 2. Where are you going first?
I'm starting with Antihero
Oh,
Wild. I love this.
wild.
because Wolverine
Mhm.
is the absolute, like,
Okay.
the ultimate anti-hero. Like, there's other picks, and I have other selections in case y'all got to Wolverine first. But first of all, Wolverine popularity is absolutely a thing. Like, if you put him on the cover of something, it's immediately more appealing.
Mhm.
So Wolverine, he is the anti-hero. Like, when you think about that classic trope, it's Wolverine or nothing.
A very good call, sir. Very good call. I know, Winstead, you get down on some comics from time to time. Was Wolverine ever your guy?
Wolverine, as far as X-Men go, Wolverine was always my guy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's just something about his chaotic neutralness of it all that I really identify with for sure.
All right, right on, right on. Ryan, is Wolverine top 3 X-Men for you?
Oh, top 3? No, he's 4th. However, he is the Michael Jordan of handsome bulges, if that makes sense.
I'm not sure what that is, and I'm not sure.
But I would say he's probably 4, and it's probably 4.
Probably 4 in the X ranks.
Yeah.
All right, right on. Now, Leslie.
Gambit Rogue Colossus. In case
Gambit's the right first answer, but
Gambit's
he's
the
not
right
anti-hero.
first answer.
Yeah,
Gambit
Gambit's
is-
the right first answer.
Yes.
Gambit's my first answer.
Strangely enough, to be played by Sizzle Chest in the MCU, so I can't wait to see that. It's gonna
Fantastic.
be
Shooting for it.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm working on that accent though. It's tough.
It's tough, man. Just get your
It's
tips from
tough.
Channing Tatum. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
You can't
a
do
lot
any
of- lot
worse.
of- yeah, it's tough.
Leslie, your thoughts on Logan? Were you a fan of that joint?
Logan? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The original X-Men movie, Wolverine, was like nostalgia-wise my favorite. Old Man Logan, though, just phenomenal. What seeing what Hugh Jackman has done with the character over the years, and seeing the grittier version, the really just heartrending version.
Yeah.
Definitely awesome.
Shout out to Hugh Jackman and his 65 unseasoned chicken breasts that he had to eat every day to bulk up for those roles.
It's just nuts.
Ugh.
Yeah, something tells me he will not be getting Logan big for Deadpool 3. But
that's gonna be digital as hell.
I got that Disney money, baby. All right. Sizzle, your second of two, sir.
Back to me. So because leader has been pretty well, I feel like all my leaders are kind of like wide open, so I'm safe there for now. So I'm gonna go with fighter.
Okay.
Because Ryan made me nervous there, and I'm gonna go ahead and steal Geralt of Rivia.
Okay.
Some
Son of a gun
action there.
Yeah. So big fan of the books and games. But Henry Cavill is very handsome, and fully capable of that role. Like, he was amazing. The show's gonna fall apart without him. But that guy's got potions, he's got spells, he's got swords. Later on, he's got like a little pocket crossbow pistol thing. Like, the dude is ready for all fights. And my favorite part about Geralt that people don't really talk about too much, and like this was bigger in the books and especially the games, but he researches his foes, like he's doing the lore, he's oiling the blade. You like that one, Ryan? That's for you. You like that one? He's oiling the blade with the specific things that are toxic to his foes. So not only is he a fighter, but he's also using mind beyond just his tireless training and ability and mutation.
That is a convincing argument for using Geralt as your fighter. Leslie, did you get down on The Witcher?
I did watch season 1 with my sister last Christmas when I went to visit. That was a lot of fun. I fully intended to watch season 2 when I got home, and it never happened.
There you go. Dedication.
That happens with a lot of things, unfortunately.
Oh, Rod, had you heard of this series before it got big on Netflix?
I read the first book, and it wasn't until Netflix that I found out that it's just Dandelion, not like Dandelion or anything fancy.
Yeah, nothing fancy like that. The first book, was it not enticing enough to get to the next book?
I moved on to something else.
Right.
It probably didn't do anything for me if I didn't continue it. If I had to,
they're a little jumpy.
honest.
Like it's not a fluid book. Like, none of them are really.
That first season on Netflix is a bop. It's fantastic.
There you go. Did you check out the first season, Winstead? I know we're generally more film guys than TV guys.
Yeah. No, I never did. I played the games. Those are fun. But yeah, I didn't, and I'm never going to watch it now because, we have Liam Hemsworth to look forward to. So
We got 3 solid seasons. We're going to have 3 solid good seasons. The show's just going to end after that 3rd season. That's okay.
You hate to see it. Leslie, it is over to you for your second pick, man.
I am totally confident in this pick.
She said confidently.
Yes. I'm gonna jump down to my first muscle-bound brawler.
I would say the spots that gave you all the most problems.
Yes, because it's brawler versus fighter is, but I am going with an unconventional pick.
Oh, boy.
Because I want to see if it screws up any of your lists, mostly. I'm gonna go with James Bond. He mixes it up. He's my brawler.
Counting James Bond? Like, are we talking Daniel Craig's James Bond? That's I think it's okay. Then will we count that as a brawler? That brawler material, fellas?
That's how he fights.
Yeah,
Listen,
you're not wrong.
he's
You're not wrong.
he's scrappier than the rest of the Bonds. Like if she had said Pierce Brosnan, that dude fights with STDs on posts. But
okay.
Daniel Craig does punch people.
He does.
So yeah.
Daniel Craig's James Bond. All right. Of the five was a 6. Five maybe movies that we got with Craig. Which is your favorite, Leslie?
Goodness, I don't know.
As she thinks about it, James Bond not drafted in anybody's list the last time we did this.
Really?
No one
I had him under spy.
Yeah,
I don't even have him under spy. He's not a good spy. He's a fucking terrible spy.
He's a terrible spy.
That's the reason why I put him under brawler.
Yeah. But yeah, who would be your favorite Craig era Bond, Leslie?
Okay, this is terrible because I don't remember what the title of it is, but the one that we watched recently, was it Quantum of Solace?
It's Skyfall.
Skyfall. Yeah, no, Skyfall. Of course it was.
All right, then what about you, Winstead?
It's Casino Royale with a bullet.
Okay. All right, right on. Geekcast Rye, what's your favorite Craig era Bond?
What's the one where he like chases a guy up a crane and then jumps off that crane onto another crane? And
Casino Royale.
Yeah, that one. Especially the part where the dude like parkours through like a vent and then he just runs through the drywall.
Through the wall. Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah.
That's definitely brawlery material. And what about you, Sizzle? What of the Craig eras, which is your favorite?
Exact same answer. Like it's absolutely Casino Royale. Yeah.
Okay.
Admittedly, I'm a Pierce Brosnan guy just because I like the hokey and I like him seducing people. And like Daniel Craig's very handsome, but he never actually closes. Like that dude is not. He's not a good. He's not a good
coffee
seducer.
for him.
Yeah.
Like he does not get coffee. So I will always prefer Pierce Brosnan, but of all of them, just seeing a big burly dude like parkouring all over the place is pretty awesome.
It's Casino Royale. I mean, a barbell weighs 8 pounds, as they say. So it's Casino Royale is obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Skyfall was the obvious answer, but that's neither here nor there. All right, then. Geekcast Rye, it is on you, sir. Where are we going next?
I'm going to get my leader off the board because I'm just amazed that he is available. I had several. I don't want to list them in case somebody else has them, but I had of the 4 I had written down. I'm going to take Aragorn, son of Arathorn.
He's on mine. Well done.
No!
I actually took him off my list to add Morpheus.
As my team leader.
Really?
He's an excellent leader. That's a good pick.
Striding about everywhere.
Cannot believe he was available in the second round.
Yeah, looking sexy as hell.
Oh, absolutely. When he pushes open those doors there at Helm's Deep,
slow motion.
Sploosh.
Hair just a swinging, man.
Did you guys know that when he kicked the helmet?
I was wondering who it was going to be. So, Ryan, you fucks with the rings. The Aragorn that we get in the movies, is that anything like the Aragorn you had in your head when you read the books?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Better or worse?
Vigo is God. Vigo does everything well, and
the Carpathian, yes.
Yes, that is the that's for the next draft.
Oh, okay. Shitty sci-fi villain draft. I can't wait.
Yes.
Aragorn's like scary in the books, kind of like you kind of like.
And then he's really odd in the Ralph Bashki animated one. He's like a weird, like a totally different character from the books. And then Aragorn he embodied the wholesomeness Really, he was a real dude, man.
Real dude, real dude.
And he was just, I mean, he was laying it all down for the cause. And
for the hobbits.
For the hobbits,
Yeah,
Scott
hey,
Pippen, his second breakfast.
they bow to no man. It's a fucking thing.
My friend, you bow to no
great.
man.
God, I'm
great.
due for a full ass rewatch of those movies.
Oh,
Damn.
hell yeah! Right now, let's do it.
I'm in. Let's just keep the Zoom running
And do a Disney
12
group
hours.
watch.
for
Yeah.
12 hours.
Sizzle Chest, what's your thoughts on Aragorn, sir?
He was absolutely on my leadership list. He's so talented at that. Like, and he's an excellent fighter. Like, that's if he's not on, especially the Viggo Mortensen version, like, oh man, like, if he wasn't on your list, not just for leadership, but as a fighter, as even muscle, because like, you know, he could function that way. Like, he should be on a list.
All right, then, Leslie. Were you taken by the comely Viggo Mortensen in these movies?
So there's a whole
What a
story
question.
behind it, but the short version is I had a cardboard stand-up of Viggo Mortensen in my room.
Hell yes.
That is amazing.
That is fantastic.
Oh,
That is
man.
amazing.
Where is it now?
It got tossed. I moved to Florida and it did not make the cut of things that would fit into the car.
Bummer.
Wouldn't hold up to the moisture.
With the look to the voice. Just pearl all over that thing. All right, then. We're going to get back on over to you now, Winstead, sir. On the turn, it is your first of two. I'm sorry. Let me just, yeah, it's back on you, Winstead.
Okay, cool. Well, I hate going first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with muscle.
Some muscle, okay.
We get two muscle, right?
Muscle bound brawlers.
All right.
Bruisers.
First muscle, gonna be the Terminator.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
But you know, the good one when he comes back.
Yeah. Terminator 2. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, T2 and on Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah, T2 Terminator. You know,
Okay.
the first one you're like, that's not hot sour soup, and then the second one you're like, that's some hot sour soup. Let's go. It's everything that you want. He can take on anything's fucking machine.
Yep.
There you go. That's really all you need. Sizzle, in the land of action movies, where does T2 stand? Top 5, top 3?
Top 10.
Okay.
I always pay respect to the things that come before, but like when I look at a skyscraper, I don't always look at the foundation and go like, damn, what a really nice foundation. Like, I like to see what's built on from there.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like it's sometimes it's tough to, it's that, you know, the movie's 30 years old. It's excellent. It's a gold standard for what 90s action is. And Arnie was amazing in it, but yeah, top 10. Like, I think there's newer stuff that's more fun.
Fair enough. Same question for you there, Ryan.
What was the question?
The question is, in the realm of action movies, Terminator 2, top 10, top 5, top 3, top 20?
It is the foundational movie cinema experience for me. It's the first movie I remember. I can tell you everything about the day. I know what I had for breakfast the day I saw that movie.
Okay.
It's the
What was
first
it? What'd you have for breakfast?
I
It was
had
hot sour soup.
I had 4 over easy eggs, orange juice, milk, my Aunt Gail's scratch made biscuits, and some bacon. And then we went to then we had hot dogs for lunch. Then we went to Quincy, Illinois, to a Chinese restaurant where I had shrimp and lobster sauce. And then we went and saw Terminator 2.
That's one hell of a
I
breakfast.
drank all those brain cells away long ago. That's
Yeah.
It's the movie that made me fall in love with going and seeing movies.
There you go. What about you, Leslie? Do you fucks with the Terminator franchise like as a whole, or is it like it's better franchises out there?
Oh, I love the original 2 for sure.
Oh, of course.
Just I absolutely love it. I don't remember that level of detail from when I went to see it, but I do remember seeing T2 in the theater with my dad and my sister, and we'd watched the original Terminator a little bit before that. and just so much fun. Just so much fun.
So much.
She
damn
had
fun.
a cardboard cutout of a T-1000.
Aragorn was like on top of it, like just kinda
The
on the
cardboard
shoulder.
cut out of Edward Furlong in my room. All right.
Look, we're not going to talk about my questionable crushes, okay?
Winston, we're back over to you for your second of two, sir. Where
Yeah.
are we going?
I'm gonna take off the wizard / sorcerer.
First of its kind here in this draft.
Yeah, I'm gonna get someone mad probably, but it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan. Yes.
Okay.
The name
Yeah.
that's
It's on
on
my
my list
list.
for a long time.
Okay. Okay.
What were
You
your
mean
thoughts?
old Ben?
Old bit.
Oh.
Wait, I'll pass the Dune scene. Yeah. What's your thoughts on the show, Winston? Did you fuck with the show? Did you rock with it?
Oh, fucked hard with the show. Yeah, it was great. It's some of the best Star Wars we've gotten in recent years, and we've gotten some great Star Wars. Adding layers to Anakin, adding layers to their relationship, the pain of losing a Padawan, the pain of bringing up what George Lucas started with the OG trilogy with Qui-Gon and all that, and like, oh man, yeah, fucks hard.
Fuck hard. Right on. What about you there, Rye? Is Obi-Wan one of your preferred Star Wars characters?
Oh yeah, of course. He's a stud.
That's all you need to know.
He's a stud.
He's a stud. What about you, Sizzle? Do you get down on the Obi-Wan?
As a lifelong Star Wars fan, and I don't want to show my tattoos because I have to de-pants to do it. Like, I love Obi-Wan. I also absolutely love the show, and I was doubly thrilled when he had that like kind of final showdown with Maul. That was so like when he was changing stances, like it was just like such a moment. So like yeah, to the point of Winstead, like the recent Star Wars has been excellent, but like the recent Obi-Wan has just been like that's where the lore has really enriched over the years. I love Obi-Wan. It's a great answer.
Please tell me you have one Rebel insignia and one Empire on your inside thighs, and that's why you would have to
Outside calves.
Oh, okay.
outside calves. Yes,
That's dope.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's good.
Leslie, we watched that show together, man. Did you fucks with the Obi-Wan show?
Yes. I will forever be amused at the lack of de-aging they used. Anakin and Obi-Wan training suits. They're just like,
Anakin, the most 40-year-old, 16-year-old.
Y'all got imaginations. You can do it. No, I loved that we actually got to see a lot of young Leia. They,
she was
subverted
so
our
sassy.
expectations there.
Yeah.
And I love how just the change that we see in Obi-Wan, like you said, how he got from where we left him in the prequels to where he is in the original trilogy, and it's nice to fill in those gaps.
And fill in those gaps. Back over to you,
Yeah.
Brad.
Well, we also got more Jimmy Smits too, and that's never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing, sir. That man is the most racially ambiguous man on the face of the planet. And I
Can you
love it.
do? I don't know this accent. Well, what am I supposed to be?
I figure it
Whatever.
out. Figure it out on the day. Ryan,
Yeah.
it's on you, sir.
I'm gonna go with my magician sorcerer as well. Not that I had Obi-Wan in that slot, but I did have another Jedi.
Same.
So I'm gonna go with Merlin.
Yeah. Classic.
Which Merlin? Who's Merlin? What version of Merlin?
I'm going
Mark
with,
Strong from the Kingsman.
I'm going with Merlin from Disney's Sword in the Stone.
Okay.
Preferably.
Okay.
The dude
Night
turned into
Protection
measles.
version.
Yeah.
Sword.
Bermuda shorts. The whole thing.
Oh, good call, sir.
I do love that version of Mab. The purple
Yeah.
hair,
Yeah, he's cracked out.
As far as like the Arthurian lore, Ryan, is Merlin like? I was always just like a Lancelot dude. Was Merlin like your dude in the Arthur universe?
Sir Gawain.
Okay, all right then. All right, one of the mid tier cats.
Yeah,
I can get down with that. I can get down with
maybe
that.
boars. I don't know.
Sizzle Chest, man. Did you fuck with Arthurian lore back in the day?
A little bit, but like just kind of like the pop culture-y stuff. Like I didn't do a lot of the literature side of it, and like I tried watching one of the British. There was the British show with what's his face from Jurassic Park. That was a fun Merlin show.
Sam Neill?
Yeah, Sam Neill was in a Merlin thing,
Okay. Yeah, that I think that was like a
like a TV movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one person from Jurassic Park that could have fit.
Yeah, that's
I was
Jeff
like,
Goldblum as Merlin.
I don't remember.
I was like,
Newman playing
I couldn't
Merlin.
remember the guy's name, and I was like, the guy that went to hell in Event Horizon.
Samuel L. Jackson as Merlin.
Darker reference.
Hold on to your butts as he pulls his wine out.
These motherfucking swords and these motherfucking rocks.
Leslie, are you a Merlinite? Wasn't there a
very
TV
much.
show called Merlin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have like such yes.
And, like,
There's
he
a
tried
TV
to-
show called Merlin from
He
the
was
BBC.
like hiding that he was magic, which wasn't a fun. I wanted him to be like God mode and not. a
Oh
kid.
no, I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
This is a show you've gotten down with, isn't it, Leslie?
Yes. Yes, it is one of my favorite shows. It's one of my
Please.
comfort shows.
I knew that.
Found another
Um,
cardboard cutout.
Listen,
I
the whole
may or
back
may
room
not
is
have a
littered.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Um, Yeah, no, I loved it's definitely a reimagining as opposed to any sort of canon retelling of the material. Merlin and Arthur are about the same age, and Arthur has no idea that Merlin has magic. Magic is still outlawed. Uther is still king, and Merlin is quietly helping Arthur become the king he's meant to be.
Right on. Pulling strings from the shadows. Quick
Yeah.
question for you, Winston. In the Green Knight, did you realize the Merlin cat was Merlin?
No, not until later when I was reading about it.
Okay, right on. Interesting.
But if you mess with comics, Once and Future is dope as hell.
That's what I have heard. Kieran Gillen, if I remember correctly, doing Once and Future. So that's something for you to check out on Boom or Image or something like that.
Boom.
Boom. There you go. Leslie, it is over to you, ma'am. Where do we go next? There's whole fields that have not been touched.
There are. And I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with my anti-hero.
We're back over in the anti-hero world. Yes.
We are. I'm going with Yelena Belova. I fucking love her. She's hilarious. She has good chemistry with pretty much anyone she works with on screen. And gets shit done.
She's a very
She
good
has
shit done person.
a lot in her arsenal as far as how to get that shit done.
Right on. What is your favorite Elena Belova appearance? Geekcast Rye. Is it from when she pops up in the Hawkeye show?
It's Hawkeye.
It's Hawkeye.
Yeah, it's a good glimpse into the future of MCU. I like it a lot.
Especially the scene with her and Kate Bishop in Kate Bishop's apartment.
Yep.
I went back and looked. That's a short episode. It's like 25 minutes. That scene with them is like 10 of the 25 minutes or something like that, or like 8 or something like that. Like a quarter of that whole show is that one scene because it was fucking dope.
Yeah.
We're getting more Yelena Belova and Thunderbolts. Sizzle Chest, are you looking forward to the Thunderbolts movie at all?
I am, and for exactly like that scene in the apartment. Like, like I like to see the interaction between like kind of the next gen, and they're doing that very well.
All right, then I can agree with that. I can agree with that, sir. What's your thoughts on Florence Pugh entering the MCU, Winstead?
Oh, 100% for it. I'm for Florence Pugh in any universe.
Agreed.
She burst onto the scene and she, has a full throttle on it, hasn't let go, and I'm here for the ride.
I'm 100% with you. I'm all for the early Puissance. I'm all for it. Sizzle, man, 1 of 2 for you.
Okay. Doctor has not been touched.
Doctor has not been touched. This is a doctor of healing and medicine, not Doctor Who. I like to point that out.
Yes. I'm gonna go with Katara from Avatar: Last Airbender.
Ooh, nice one.
Solid
Thank
pick.
you.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, first of all, there's lots of doctors out there, and like every Star Trek boat's got one, like Firefly, like there's doctors on a lot of ensembles. There's always the medical class in a good party. But I love Katara because she's, she was the heart of the group. She was very competent in combat. The bloodbending stuff was amazing. Like I loved seeing like that as a concept. But then like how much she used what she could do to heal, and then just get right back in the fight. I dug it, and I think that she was who I would take into a party for that.
Right on, right on. Ryan, were you a Avatar dude? The Last Airbender,
Nope.
that is? Nope.
Honestly, not. Not for lack of want to. It just has never gotten to the point where that's the thing I'm doing.
Right on. What about you, Winston?
Oh yeah. Got down hard with it. Watched all of it. Kind of an amazement because I'm not really like a cartoon like kind of guy.
Mhm.
But it was very strong outing. Looking forward to more after they did a sequel show, and I was doing another show.
Yeah, Korra.
Don't watch the M. Night Shyamalan movie. Just throwing that out there. Don't do that.
No.
Just don't do that.
No.
What about you, Leslie? You have any passing familiarity with the Avatar: The Last Airbender universe?
I know that a lot of my friends enjoy it.
Mhm.
That is about it.
Right on.
Yep.
Right on.
Love it.
Yep,
All
it's
right.
been on my to watch list for years, probably possibly a decade at this point.
So for that reason, I'd say give it a little grace when you start, because the first season doesn't have the budget that the next few do, and then Korra, the sequel show, has a massive budget, and the animation quality is ramped up to 12. So give that first season a little grace. They know what they're doing story wise right out the gate, but it's like there's a few episodes of kiddiness, and then they just get right into like the meat of it.
Nice.
So it's very good.
Nice.
There you go. Boom, boom,
Uh,
boom.
And there's cabbages.
And there's
cabbages.
and there's cabbages. That's the one
I'm
thing
in.
I know about Avatar. It's a dude's cabbages getting fucked up left and right.
Cabbages.
Cabbages.
And,
All right, Sizzle, your second.
So engineer has not been touched.
No, the engineer has not been touched, which is crazy because if I remember correctly, the first time we did this, a lot of us ran to that first. So it's weird that it's not been touched yet.
I'm not gonna pick what you may think I'm gonna pick.
I was already ready to write it down.
I know I'm not gonna do it, even though I love him. I'm gonna choose Tony Stark.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
On my list. On my list.
Yep.
On the list.
I
Made my
mean,
short list.
he he doesn't have superpowers, and he built himself a super suit. Like he's the venture capitalist that Batman is without the mood swings. Like he's like he's got a jet on his foot. Like the Hulk appears and he's like, yeah, I'll do that too, and then he's Hulkbuster. Like you want to talk about an engineer that solves problems? That dude does nothing but solve problems. He makes a couple by himself, but he mostly solves them.
He does a lot of problem solving. As far as engineering goes, there's always some good montages with him getting his engineer on. He's got the cool Jarvis. Do this.
Shifting the computer screens. Yeah,
Right.
he's engineering.
I need that. Winstead. Same question I was talking about with Catman. Do you have a go-to Iron Man movie moment in the MCU?
I mean, it's hard not to go with like the pithy one-liners that are always great.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, when he started becoming more of like the heart of the MCU, and he had his daughter and his interactions with his daughter, because I have a young daughter, and so his interactions with that little girl when she says "I love you 3000," and he's kind of like just like, oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's the shit that gets me now with Iron Man. And snapping his fingers and saying I am Iron Man, like, can't get any better than that.
Pretty fucking dope.
Yeah.
What about you, Leslie? Do you have any go-to Tony Stark Iron Man moments? Could anyone else have done this role?
No, I don't think anyone else could have done the role. Not the way he did. There was people always say, "Oh, he inhabited the character," but he truly inhabited and created that character. The snacking on set, the one-liners, the "I am Iron Man" at the end of the first film.
That was a big one for me. He just said
That
it.
shit would have been there without Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. That you can't just plop somebody else in and recreate those moments that he created, with the help of course, the writers, the directors, the people who gave him the framework for that character, everyone who gave him the framework for that character. But no, it couldn't have been done by anybody else.
Right on.
There wasn't he had a lot of freedom with that role, which is insane. Like, I don't know if there's a single role out there that has revitalized a single human being's career more than Iron Man. Maybe Captain Jack Sparrow, but then he would flush that down the toilet. But RDJ has like continued to skyrocket upwards off of that, literally just one role.
Yep.
Right on, right on. What about you, Ecash, right? What's your thoughts on Tony Stark's Iron Man?
Gosh, I don't know. What hasn't been said? I think, like, I tell my daughters I love you 3000 every night. That's how I tuck them into bed. And to have it actually part of like your daily lexicon is ridiculous. I mean, I shit you not. He was born with 6 toes. This guy is a genius. Tony Stark is awesome, and it's a great pick. It's a great pick. I'm surprised he lasts that long.
Surprised he lasts that long. Leslie, over to you, man. Where are we going here?
I'm taking my spy off the board with Natasha Romanoff.
Oh, double fisting widows.
Yeah, you got 2 widows here.
Yes.
I didn't see it coming.
I had planned on going in a completely different direction, and that was where my my strategy panic at the beginning came from. And I decided that these are the way to go. Get the sisters together. They are great together. They are great individually. You don't have to like the film Black Widow to like both characters. I do enjoy Black Widow the film, but that being said, she's great. She's great at what she does.
I would have enjoyed Black Widow more if the James Bond movie they referenced had not been Moonraker, the shittiest of the joints. Sizzle, how do you see Natasha Romanoff and Yelena Belova working with Daniel Craig's James Bond?
Contemptuously.
I think that's the best way of putting it. There would be some interesting sparks flying there.
Yeah. But I do love Natasha Romanoff tied to a chair, nonchalant. So
it's the most in control person in the whole room. Yeah. What about
they would both be playing Bond, and Bond would be thinking that he had both of them in the palm of his
hand. Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Ryan, what's your thoughts on? Did you get down with the movie there, sir? I forgot where you ranked it at in your rankings.
I can tell you real quick.
Actually, I got it up right here.
You can tell me real quick.
Who are you again? You're Ryan. You had it at the 20 spot, looks like.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Actually, all of you were on this Nerdy for 30 now that I think about it. All right, right on. Yeah. So, any highlights from that movie for you, Ryan?
It was a fun watch. That was the it went directly to my TV, so I didn't have to put pants on, and
it goes a long way into ranking a movie. There,
we assume you're not wearing them now.
Time will tell.
One man says assume, another man says
if this water kicks in.
Right on. All right, cool. It is over to where are we going? Shit, I forgot what direction we're going in. We're going to GCR. It's over to you, sir.
Yes. And I lost my list on my phone, but I know I'm gonna get one of my brawlers out of the way because I'm looking at the rest of my list and I think I'm okay. I don't think I'm gonna get sharked. I hope not. So I'm gonna take, since he's available, I'm gonna take as my first brawler Hellboy.
Oh,
I had him as an anti-hero. You fuck.
That's a good answer.
Oh, that is a good call, sir.
That is.
Yeah.
Rock solid.
Rock solid indeed.
Wait, which Hellboy? Ron Perlman or?
We're not
take-
talking
I'm going to take Perlman's Hellboy.
Please take Perlman.
Well, I know Dave Harbour.
Oh, David Harbour. All right. Have you read any of the Hellboy comics, Ryan?
No.
No?
My only experience with Hellboy is the movies.
Which one do you prefer, 1 or 2?
One. Two. I'm not an origin story guy. 2.
Okay, right on. Leslie, have you watched any of the Hellboy joints? You're a Del Toro fan, right?
I am, but I watched the other older Hellboy.
Roman joints.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, what words fail me. I did enjoy Perlman's, yes. I intended to watch the David Harbour's Hellboy and did not hear positive things, and that just sort of slid it further and further down on my watch list and haven't gotten around to it yet.
Agreed. It did slide down to my non-existent list after I heard some of those reviews. What about you? Sizzle Chest there, you fucks heavily with the
I do.
the
I've
Hellboy?
read a couple. I've not like followed the books, but I've read a couple like trade paperback like collections. So
Yeah.
I've done that, and then the real movies, not the ones that don't exist. So yeah, that's an excellent pick. I absolutely love it. That's good.
You said you had him as your anti-hero, Winston?
Yeah, he's my anti-hero.
Not anymore.
The Perlman movies are great. I think as a whole, Perlman's the best Hellboy. The movies are the best Hellboy movies. But I did watch the David Harbour Hellboy movie because I got to write them reviews. And he's not a bad Hellboy. If he would have had more support around him with the script and the director and all that, he's got that angst and that it's like cocksure attitude to be a Hellboy, but he just didn't have the help.
Right dude, wrong framework, huh?
Correct.
You hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. And it is over to you there, Winston, with your first of 2 picks. There's only 1 spy, 1 engineer, 1 doc.
Yeah. I'm going to go with my fighter.
Okay.
No, fuck that. Going with my engineer.
Okay.
I have all of my picks that I have like 3 different ones, and they're all still here, but I'm going to go with the one that's probably the nearest and dearest to my heart. I'm going to go with Egon from Ghostbusters.
Fun pick.
Okay.
Wow.
I
Egon
like that.
Spangler?
Kind of proud of you, man.
Yes.
Very nice.
The heart and soul of the Ghostbusters movies. I don't think you could necessarily even call any of the rest of them engineers.
You call Bill Murray a sham.
He was great, and if you saw Ghostbusters Afterlife and you grew up watching Ghostbusters like I did, you shed a very manly tear. It wasn't even manly; it was pretty pathetic. But Egon, man, Egon. Egon.
After Ghostbusters 2, teenage me, however old I was when I watched that movie, I was like, you know what? I think we're good here. I'm good with no more Ghostbusters. And then there was the Paul Feig one came out, and I was like, no, I thought we were good here. I'm not gonna watch it. And the internet's like, you're a horrible man for not wanting to watch this movie. And then the new one came out, and I was like, I said 20 years ago we were good here. I'm not watching these movies anymore. I'm good with Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and that's it for me.
Honestly, they all kind of fuck a little bit. I mean, like Ghostbusters 2 has its faults, but I love it. And then Ghostbusters Answer the Call, if you can get past the chatter, there's like a really good Ghostbusters story in there. And then Afterlife is pretty great.
Right on. Rye, which one was your Ghostbuster? Was Egon like your go-to guy?
No, I grew up in a Bill Murray house, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was a Venkman guy.
He was a Venkman guy.
Yeah.
Right on. What about you, Sizzle?
First of all, I totally agree with what you said about just 1 and 2. Like that's all I did, and I just kind of bailed on the series after that. I always I'm anytime Ernie Hudson pops up, I'm happy. So like I'm a Winston guy. Like I love Ernie Hudson, so that's me.
Yeah, it's like these Ghostbusters don't like because there's something here, man. And Winston's like, look, I gotta pay bills.
That dude had no time for anybody, but he was like, all right, yeah, fine, damn it, like let's go.
Yeah, that's
like,
big
I love that
Twinkie.
attitude.
Okay.
because like if you think about if somebody in the elevator pitch is like, this is the movie, I want to believe that like the Winston response is what the writer got. Like it's like, yeah, I guess. Yeah, like, we can do that. Like I guess we can.
Yeah. All right, right on. Do you skew Ghostbusters, Leslie?
Do I what
Do
now?
you skew Ghostbusters? Are you a fan?
Yeah, I'm a fan. Watched the cartoon back in the day. Huge fan of Slimer as a cartoon. Terrified by Slimer in the actual film.
Which of the Ghostbusters was your go-to? Was your favorite?
Probably Bill Murray. Same. Grew up in the same general area as Ryan. We were also a Murray household.
Yeah, I think Venkman is my guy, with Spangler's probably my number 2. It's anybody who collects, fungus, molds, and spores is a guy that's all right with me.
And let's not forget Ecto Cooler.
I mean, that's a legend right there.
That's the legend right there. All right, you're number 2, Winston.
I'm gonna take my medic off the board. This is the one I struggled with this one because there's just so many, and I didn't want to go with like super obvious ones or anything like that. So
that's how you get votes.
I only have but I think I'm gonna give votes with this one.
Okay.
I'm taking Dr. John Watson of Holmes and Watson.
Good.
I considered that. Yeah, I considered that.
Big old double birds from Geekcast Ride.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm going with the Bilbo Baggins version of Watson.
Okay, the Martin Freeman version.
He can be my healer. He can help us out on the battlefield with his battlefield knowledge, having been a medic in the war.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also just got no time for anyone's shit, and he's like cranky, and like I'm all about that.
Yeah, I think that's just Martin Freeman in general.
yeah.
Kind of.
He walked on set, and it just kind of happened.
Was Watson never a consideration for you, Leslie?
Yeah, he was on my original short list. I don't remember. Oh, I went with someone a little more whimsical.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Geekcast Rye, you seem very happy about this draft pick, sir.
Yeah, he was mine. He was my pick. He's not anymore, and that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Well, hopefully you got some backups there. And what about you, Sizzle? Did you ever consider John Watson as a doc?
I did not. I like battle healers.
He's a battle healer. He's a big one.
I think that's what doctors do, sir.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, I'm interested to see where you go with the. Oh, sorry, you went with the Qatar. All right, then. Geekcast Rye is over to you, sir.
I think I'm going to take my second brawler.
Oh, okay. All right. After Hellboy, where are you going here?
Not that one. I'm going to go with She-Ra.
Nice answer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
She-Ra.
Did not see that coming. Okay, She-Ra.
I feel like we read the same listicle. Good sir.
I originally had
There's
someone
still
else,
some more brawlers out there. Okay.
but no, I'm not gonna. I don't want to give any ideas. But yeah, She-Ra. God, you know what? This new animated show on Netflix is fantastic.
Oh, it's so good.
It's wonderful in every way.
Me and my kids watched the shit out of that show.
Absolutely.
Oh man,
it's really good.
I like being a dad, but that's like one of my favorite reasons of being a dad is like watching good shows like that. Don't tell my kids I said that.
Right on. Apparently, we have 2 ringing endorsements for the. You talking about the Kevin Smith joint, right?
No.
Yes. No, Kevin Smith did He-Man.
That was He-Man.
Oh, She-Ra. That's right.
I'll tell you what, the She-Ra cartoon went sci-fi as hell. Like it went deep into space.
Yeah.
It did an excellent job.
Did.
Like that was always kind of in the background of the old 80s toy commercial. I'm sorry, 80s show. But then like when they did the modern version, they really got into some storytelling element. It was excellent.
Yep.
Did young Leslie get down with some She-Ra?
Oh, hell yeah. I loved She-Ra. Princess of Power. Come on.
Yeah.
We had the little McDonald's toy She-Ras and watched the cartoon and shit. Yeah. Loved She-Ra.
Right on. What about you?
Loved She-Ra.
Yeah, I get down with Adora. Yeah.
All right, that's all it needs to be said there.
There's like a big poster of her like in front of the screen that we can't see. He's like trying to play it cool. He's like, yeah, a little bit sometimes.
One total recall beat of sweat coming down.
I dabble.
All right, Leslie, it is over to you, man. Where are you going?
I'm also gonna go with my doctor pick. And I am gonna go with Carl Urban's Leonard Bones McCoy.
Bones.
On the list. Carl, and I was like, Carl Weathers isn't a doctor.
He could be.
I don't know. He had a good stew recipe. Like, he could fix a stew.
Why this one?
He's hilarious and hot.
There you go. Sometimes that's all you need. That's all you need. He's got the good bedside manner. No, he doesn't.
He's fucking terrified of space, but it's hilarious.
Fear of things to fly. Wednesday.
He's got.
Keep going.
Oh, I would just, they've got the technology, and I find that very helpful.
Yes, indeed, technology is helpful when it comes to medicine and science. Wednesday, of the reboot characters, man, where does McCoy fall for you? How do you think Carl Urban did?
Oh, he's top 3. He's top 3 in the reboot for sure. He's got the crankiness. He's got the same kind of like hostilities. From the OG. But yeah, top 3 for sure.
Did we get a "What am I, a Dr. Aura" out of him in that series? I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, he throws one out in passing. It's not like highlighted, but he throws one out. Yeah.
All right, right on. Geekcast Rye. Was this a doctor who was on your list at all, or in any thoughts?
No. I had 2 doctors. One is gone. I have to go with my default.
Okay.
I have 5 for every category, y'all. Like, I'm ready for anyone to pick all my shit.
Yeah, I had 4 to 5 for every category.
That's the way it should be done. And was Dr. McCoy on your list at all, Sizzle?
No, but I did have a genealogically improved Star Trek doctor on my list just in case, but I didn't.
Yeah, very interesting. There's one doc out there. We will see if that genealogically improved doctor is the one that Geek Ass Right goes with. Leslie, note that was Sizzle. It is over to you now, sir. What are we doing?
So Muscle has been picked, so I'm going to jump into that pond a little bit.
Yeah, you haven't got any.
Yeah, Smart Hulk.
Smart Hulk.
I can't believe that I still get to pick him, but I mean, you want to talk about best of both worlds? That dude can scrap. He's invincible, and he isn't stupid. Like,
sometimes that's all you need.
I mean, so yeah, Smart Hulk.
Smart Hulk was one of my 2 brawlers when we first did this as well. Good call, sir. Good call.
Yeah.
Geekcast Rye. How upset were you that we did not get Hulk running towards everybody in Infinity War like the trailers promised us?
That was wild.
Yeah.
We can sue now.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the Hulk getting 2-pieced and biscuited up all throughout the beginning of Infinity War?
I didn't like it. I don't. It's not, no one goes to the movies to see that.
To see hero get just slapped out.
No, especially no one goes to the movie for Bruce Banner. I think it's a good idea.
That's a lie.
Ruffalo has his fans, sir. Ruffalo's got his
that
fans.
is a lie. He was on my engineer list. Thank you very much.
That would have been interesting.
Smart Hulk is a good engineer too.
Smart Hulk is a good engineer.
Bruce Banner, but you can't take Banner is the Hulk, so he's off.
Yeah. Right on. And what about you, Wednesday? Was Hulk on your muscle bound brawler list at all?
I mean, I definitely thought about him multiple times, but I think for me, he was too obvious. I was trying to go for like the offbeat picks, but it's a great pick. Probably get a lot of votes.
Okay.
And he likes tacos.
And he likes
That's
tacos.
true.
Yes, he
Does
does.
like
Yes, he does.
tacos.
Poor Ant-Man's tacos did not survive that scene.
No, but he shares.
He shares. He's a good guy. All right, Sizzle, you're second of two on the turn here.
Spy.
Spy. Oh, we only have
Ooh.
one off the board so far.
Archer.
Sterling Archer.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
like-
a great pick.
I
Shit.
honestly I'm not saying that he's really good at being a spy. I just yelled about how James Bond is a terrible spy. I'm not saying that Archer is a good spy. What I am saying
He's
is
so not.
I think he has like a superpower that like doesn't exist. Like he's like the only powered individual in that universe besides Lana getting bigger boobs every season.
Mhm.
And like it's I think it's that he always lucks into like success. So he's like
Yeah.
long shot in that universe. And so like choosing him as my spy feels like even if he has to do spy things that aren't super spy like, he's gonna come out on top.
Yeah, he's gonna get the job done.
It's gonna get done.
Somehow.
He's gonna be wearing
Somehow.
a great tactical sweater.
Yeah, it's gonna be excellent.
Lana, if I remember correctly, was the spy that I went with in this. I was like,
Excellent
let me,
pick.
yeah.
She's a good spy. She's a good
Archer
spy.
is one of the better adult oriented TV shows, cartoons
Yes.
that we
Yeah.
had in a while.
Oh,
Are-
yeah.
yeah, I see you nodding over there, Geek Cash. Right? Are you a fan of Archer?
Yes, it's fantastic. It's
right on.
it's irreverent as fuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Leslie, you gave a thumbs up of approval when you said Archer. Did you get down with the show as well?
I did. I am woefully behind. It's not a series I ever finished, but it is one that I have always enjoyed when I've watched it.
It's a great show. You can just throw anyone on in the background, any episode, you're going to be entertained. Right on. All right, Leslie, back over to you. You still have your science tech engineer, your magician, sorcerer, fighter, and a brawler. Past the halfway point.
Yep, I do have those things. I'm really up in the air. I'm gonna go with my I don't know.
I do have a show to do after this.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm gonna go with my
I'll
yeah,
just
I'm
text
gonna
him right
stick
now
with
and tell him about
fighter.
me. Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna go with Neo. Specifically
No.
Neo from the first Matrix movie. Well, the end. Neo
Okay.
before the most recent film.
Neo in leather.
Yes, Neo in leather. Neo when he knows how to fight.
Mhm.
When he's fighting Agent Smith, when it's more of his ability. The reason why I say the first Matrix is because that's before he gets more magical and mystical with it.
Right on. Right on.
But so early in the series, Neo, because he's just amazing. I feel like you don't really need to say anything else. Even before he fully masters things, he's still really fucking amazing. He's got a lot of insight. He can see what there is in his environment and figure out how to use it, how to take advantage of it. And those are all things you need in a good fighter.
Winstead, has there ever been a circumstance where you tried to fight someone and they just blocked all your shit with one arm?
Oh man, if I had a nickel for every time that happened to me. But I don't think there's ever a human being that could fire a gun with keeping their neck as perfectly straight as possible. I think that is where Keanu Reeves just like slides right into that niche.
That reminds me, Ryan, we're doing a new comic book called Murderers with Posture.
Yes.
That's just gonna happen. Sizzle, what were your thoughts the first time you saw The Matrix?
It was mind blowing, honestly. Like that was one of those. Like I remember, like me and my buddies were like in my friend's pickup truck and like pull up, and we were like fired up. And I mean, that was also like the heyday of soundtracks, and like I bought the shit out of that soundtrack. Like the whole experience was just top tier. And like I was actually cool with the sequels as well. And I played the games and I did Animatrix. I did all of it. I love it. And I think Neo is an excellent pick.
It is an excellent pick. Geekcast Rise, so we are over to you now. You got a spy, a science tech engineer, medic, anti-hero.
I think all of my picks are safe.
Okay. Very, very
so,
confident statement there.
If I got this one, all my picks I think are safe. And I don't think anybody's picked Donatello yet for their engineer.
Son of a bitch, that's a really good one. Oh, that's good.
Donatello, good call, sir.
Was always my favorite Ninja Turtle.
That's the correct answer.
I think it's because when I went outside, I never found size, but I always could find a stick.
You didn't live in Detroit. It's a side-littered city, sir.
Apparently. Yeah, fucking Donatello, man. He's my dude. He's the best.
Right on. Leslie, what was your favorite of the Turtles?
Well, because I was little, I was a Michelangelo fan. The older I got, I would say Raphael.
Just bitter and cynical at all times.
It happens.
So conflicted.
So conflicted. And you said you're a Donatello dude, Sizzle?
Oh yeah, like not to get super weird with it, but like I always loved that. Like Mikey would make April O'Neil laugh mostly at him, but Donnie like there was a couple of times where April O'Neil's like, "Am I gonna fuck this turtle?"
You're not wrong.
And I thought to myself, I was like, listen, if I want to become a charisma beast, I need to make someone question like bestiality. Like, in order to that's how slick I need to be. And Donnie was always unsung as far as I'm concerned. Like he's the man.
Well, sir, you've pulled it off in spades.
I can't thank you.
Instead of the weapons that we got from the Turtles, which is your favorite?
Yeah. Oh, fucking! I might be giving away some shit, but nunchucks, bro. Like anything can be a nunchuck when you're a child. And if you're a turtle, your favorite turtle is the guy that like loves to party and eat pizza. I mean, it's a nunchuck.
It's a nunchuck, sure. Definitely. Yeah. All right then. Right on. With that being said, we are over to you, sir, with your first of two. You got a spy, anti-hero, fighter.
Since it's already out there, I'm gonna go with my second muscle guy. It's Michelangelo. I was gonna wait. Mikey is my extra muscle. I got the Terminator and fucking Michelangelo.
It's a wild bunch.
It's a wild bunch.
You know, Terminator just chucks him in with his shell, you know, just ripping around. Yeah, it's great. And then he gets distracted by pizza. Like it's everything that you could want.
Of the Turtles movies that we got, man, Turtles 1 and 2, which is the better movie?
It's Secret of the Ooze, and the reason why is because you already know the characters, you already know Master Splinter, you already know what's going on, and they just go like right into it. They're not Turtles in Time yet, you know.
Yeah.
But also you get like Bebop and Rocksteady, and it's just
I'm
fun.
Sorry, sir.
Also,
that's Toka and Razor.
It's Toka and Razor, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Toka and Razor. Toka and Razor.
Two licensing issues.
Yeah, exactly. A little inside baseball. I worked in film for a number of years, and I was filming a TV show, and we were filming in the cement factory where Secret of the Ooze was filmed, and there was still like props, like little ooze canisters.
That's awesome.
Still there, and it was like the highlight. I'm like,
were they still there after you left? Because I don't think I would have left them.
Look, I don't know what I can say.
Say no more, friend.
I was like, am I lawful good or am I about to be chaotic?
Yeah. It got a little chaotic, but yeah, that was a highlight of a life. And but Michelangelo is the best turtle. I mean, you guys are fooling yourselves.
All right, I 100% agree. Michelangelo is my dude. Who is your second pick, sir?
They're gonna ask me who my second favorite turtle was since we were Raphael. Okay,
Leonardo.
Bottom of the list, bro. Bottom of the
brooding
list.
fuck. Okay. Yeah. 100% nerd. Okay. I'm gonna go with start.
You got 3.
I'm gonna go with my spy.
All right, then the third spy to come off the board.
I'm gonna go with my spy, and I have a like a little disclaimer about it. Every time he comes on screen in my movie that I'm casting, David Strathairn goes, "Oh my God, it's Jason Bourne."
Jesus Christ.
Every time.
Every
Jason Bourne
single time.
does not make an appearance unless David Strathairn is going, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Just weirdly cuts back to him in the office. No reason, Jesus Christ. Not even watching the fight go down. We don't know how it's there. All right. What's the best Bourne movie, man?
It's the
2
first
and 3 kind of blend together.
Well, but 2 and 3 blend together, and so do 4 and 5. But actually, 5 is actually pretty dope with the on the Vegas Strip. But the first one, you don't know who Jason Bourne is. You're kind of being introduced to this character because no one read Robert Ludlum because we didn't vacation at the beach because we're not rich white folk. So
True.
The first one's great because you kind of get introduced to this character, and he's like a spy, doesn't know what's going on. It's great, and he gives Franco Potente a fucking haircut, and it's like sensual as fuck.
It is. It might be one of the best haircuts in all of movie history.
Yeah.
Did you get down on the Bourne series, Sizzle?
I did. I liked the first one. They all kind of bled together after that because it was like the shaky cam and the quick cut and all that stuff. So like, at first I was like, man, this is amazing. And then it was like, okay, everybody's kind of doing that now. And so, but the first one knocked my socks off.
Knocked the socks off. What about you there, Rye?
Same. First movie, I like it. I remember it. Everything else is just, I don't even know if it really happened or not.
A fever dream.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, right on. And what about you, Leslie? You're not big on the shaky cam element of things at all.
Exactly. I really enjoyed the first film. I really hate the shaky cam in most of the fight scenes because I can't tell what the fuck's going on. I don't get excited by visual cues that I can't pick up on.
Spoiler alert, that's how real fights are too. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's elbows and knees in every direction.
Right.
Yeah,
there may have been a pin or a book. Someone's bleeding.
Someone's bleeding. Oh, it's me.
I don't mind a lot of manicness in the people themselves, in the fighters, but keep the shaky cam to a minimum so I have some sort of idea what's going on, because otherwise you're just wasting that fight choreography.
That's a good point. Very good point.
I almost put Jason Bourne as my brawler because he's kind of got the kind of guy that will like throw himself into a scrum, like no matter what. Without Jason Bourne, we don't get John Wick. Jason Bourne was killing fuckers with books and pens before John Wick was, and like he was, he's kind of like Batman in that effect. But like Batman's too busy out there. Batman's out there clapping cheeks. Like Jason Bourne is in there fighting.
All right. Right on. One thing we all learned today is Batman is out there clapping cheeks. Jesus Christ, is Batman clapping cheeks.
Jesus Christ.
All right. We are headed on over to who chose that nonsense?
That was Winstead.
Yeah.
His first pick.
That's right. His second pick. First
that
was
my second pick.
Yeah.
Mikey.
Wait, what was yours? I just lost it.
Yeah, he did Michelangelo, then he did Jason Bourne.
That's right.
So, Rye, we are over to you. You're the only
My
person
bad.
who has not picked a spy. You're the only person who has not picked a medic.
Yeah, but things have arisen. I can't believe. I pre-workshop this whole draft, right? I did a couple podcasts about it.
Yeah.
I'm going rogue, and it's like tinkering with your fantasy football team, right?
You never stray from
the panic picks.
I shouldn't do
picks.
this. If I don't win this draft, it is because of this move.
Oh boy.
But he's available.
We told you not to take Zoidberg as your doctor.
My anti-hero is Have you guys all picked an anti-hero?
No,
Not me.
Winstead is
Not me.
I have.
If Deadpool's available, you pick Deadpool for your
That was my
anti-hero,
second pick.
right?
I had it on there. Yeah, like that was if Wolverine got taken, I was gonna do Deadpool
Yeah,
immediately after that.
Deadpool is my anti-hero.
That's a good one.
All right.
He wasn't going to be until I realized he hadn't been picked yet, and it's the 7th round.
Mhm.
Yeah, Deadpool is that's my anti-hero pick.
Which is the better movie, Deadpool, Deadpool 2?
Oh, Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know what though? I just went against like the whole origin. I don't like origin stories. I said that 5 minutes ago. But I think it's better. I love Cable though.
Yeah. I think it's Deadpool 1 by a small little margin there.
A slim CH, if you will.
What about you there, Sizzle? Are you you said you had him on your list?
I absolutely did. He was my second pick. I love Deadpool. Like I know that the trope is kind of done to death in the comics, but it's still super fun. Like it's more about like how creative can the writers be to make it fun. But Ryan Reynolds taking ownership of the role is really great. Like the first Deadpool movie came out of nowhere and it was amazing, and the second one was almost as good, if only because the first one hit so much harder. But yeah, I love Deadpool, and that's an absolute like if it's not Wolverine, it's Deadpool.
Right on. Leslie, did you get down on these Deadpool movies?
I did. I really enjoyed I think the first one was more fun for me. And was my initial introduction to the character. Yeah. I remember going to see that when it initially released.
Right on.
Very fucking hilarious.
It is very fucking hilarious. Winstead, Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, which is the better movie there?
It's Deadpool 1, only for the fact that when you're in the theater and you're seeing all the things that have been copied 1,000 times now for the first time, it's funny as hell.
Agreed. Good call there, sir. Good call. Geek Cash Ride. Leslie, we're over to you. You get your tech engineer, your magician / sorcerer, and a brawler.
Let's go with my magician sorcerer. And I am gonna fall back on childhood hero Luke Skywalker.
Nice.
I would love to, no. I would love to have been able to put Leia in that role. However, the film where they finally, put that out there was not the best. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Luke. He is the titular hero. Well, not titular. He
is Luke Star Wars Skywalker. This is full name. Luke.
When I was younger, I wanted to be Leia, but with Luke's powers, because I wanted a fucking powerful magician brother and a hot gunslinger boyfriend.
There you go. You ended up with neither of those things.
It happens.
Right on.
But yeah, Luke.
Luke's
gonna take him. He can sling some power around with the Force.
Sizzle, have you seen all of Mando?
Yes, absolutely.
What were your thoughts on seeing him show up at the end of season 2?
I burst out of my seat, because the X-Wing comes in, I was like, no. And then the glove, and I'm like, no. And the robes, and then the green lights, every one of those, and still, even though I know what's coming, I burst out of my seat. It was absolutely one of the most excited. No, you know what? It was my most excited television moment. I can't think of one where I burst out of my seat like that.
Right on. Rye, when it comes to the big three, Luke, Leia, Han, which was your favorite of the characters?
I was a Han guy.
You're a Han guy?
Yep.
Right on. What's your thoughts on old Luke there?
It's a great pick.
It's a great pick. All right, pick. There you go.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong, Luke Skywalker. What about you there, Winstead? Were you a Luke dude?
Not a Luke dude. I'm totally a Han guy. Original trilogy Luke is a terrible whiner. Old man Luke Skywalker, dope. I will not besmirch The Last Jedi. It's one of the most Star Wars we've gotten.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. Wait, are we all Last Jedi fans? Skywalker?
Well,
I hate those
definitely-
movies. That's the best one of the three.
Fair enough.
But also like I read all those books, like, and when I say all of them, I have 110 of them in my book closet. Like I read all of those books. I did the Yuzan Vong Wars. I did the Last Jedi Order. Like I did everything, and they
Yeah.
wiped the canon, and then they fucked it. And I'm like, whoop, no,
The
Star Wars is
Yuzan
not.
Vong, that's
Yeah.
where I dropped out.
Oh,
Because
love the
I had
Yuzan
read a
Vong
lot of the
Wars.
books before that, and then I got to that, and I was just like, I'm done.
I did
Yeah.
all the Yuzan Vong. I did the Dark Horse, like Cade Skywalker, like great grandson shit. Like I've DM'd for Star Wars campaigns set with like Suntir Fell as the Emperor. Like I've gone deep into Star Wars, and I'm like, Palpatine's back because, like,
Yeah.
I'm not in. But Last Jedi, we wanted something different. We got something different, and that's what we got.
Yes.
That's good.
Grizzled old man Luke is what the fuck we got. And grizzled old man Luke is my dude. Good call, Leslie. Sizzle.
Thank you.
We are one of two, sir. You got your team leader and your magician, sorcerer, and the muscle bound brawler.
Yep. So since leader, I'm gonna stick with leader last, as a matter of fact, just because like might as well. It's already safe.
All right.
So my mage is going to be Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I'm mad I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
You also
she-
that was a nice rope-a-dope there. I thought
Yeah,
you were just
yeah.
going to go with Willow, and that's
Yeah.
No.
fantastic.
from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's because every season she got more God mode. Like I almost went Scarlet Witch, but like Willow was dimension hopping before like MCU Scarlet Witch was doing it. Like Willow was OP as hell. So yeah, Willow. It's gotta be Willow.
Nice.
Excellent. Right on. Apparently, this is a pick that you agree with, Leslie.
Yes. At various points in time, I have wanted to cosplay as Willow. Dark Willow, Willow when she channels the Godhead. Like it's all. She is amazing. She's fantastic.
Right on. What about you, there, Wednesday? Did you ever get down on the Buffies back in the day?
90s Allison Hannigan was my cardboard cutout.
I will take that as a yes. Would this have ever factored into your thoughts as a
No,
draft
it
pick?
didn't. It didn't come into my thoughts, and I'm very mad at myself that I did not.
Sizzle Chest, when it came to picking like a mage, a sorcerer, a magician,
Mhm.
was this the first one that popped into your head?
No, I have 5 picks as I mentioned, and like some of them are a little bit weirder, and some of them are a little bit more like playing it straight.
Mhm.
But Willow, like there's this urban legend of like Bob Dylan calling out John Lennon for like writing hokey music, and when
Mhm.
Winstead says that I'm picking too many safe things, I was like, yeah, I can mix it up a little bit. I can mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
Bob Dylan.
Oh, Bob Dylan, sir, not appearing on this show.
Right.
All right. That's your 1 of 2. What's your 2 of 2?
So my muscle, as the Star Wars fan that I am, I would be full of regret if I didn't have one Star Wars character. And I'm genuinely surprised this wasn't selected, but Chewbacca.
I hate you so much right
yeah.
now.
Like, because, like, first of all, Han Solo, as a lifelong Han Solo guy, like, Han Solo is walking around with his muscle immediately at his right. Best friend, like, ride or die kind of dude. He can fix the boat. He can shoot the bowcaster. He can rip the arms off of people that disobey him. Like, I'm not saying that there aren't people that can't take Chewie, but Chewie is, like, the best friend muscle that you want at your back.
Best friend muscle. That's a different kind of muscle right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What did you think about Chewie in the Solo movie? Does he work for you?
There's never been a bad Chewbacca.
I love it.
You
Yep.
know it. Good
Yep.
point. Good point. Leslie, you expressed some consternation at this pick. Is there a particular reason for that?
He was literally my next choice. Like literally sniped me.
Oh
He
no!
was gonna be my very next pick.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Finally I had one that I was ready to go with. Nope.
Mm.
Nope.
Double back,
Sniped.
double back, double back.
Sniped.
All right.
Rude.
You know what? These things happen. And Leslie, since you're up, why don't you just keep on with the keep it ons? What are you going with?
Anger. That's what I'm going with. What do I have left? I've got my engineer and my grr.
Engineer and a muscle bound prowler.
Let me go with I'm actually gonna go with Cable as my brawler, my second brawler. Good old Josh Brolin Cable. Dude is huge.
Yeah.
And takes care of shit.
And he will get with that choice about 2,000 guns on his person.
Lots of packs.
Lots of packs, lots of pouches, lots of zippers.
Yeah.
Winstead,
Tons of zippers.
Did you ever fuck around with Cable Winstead back in the 90s as a comic reader?
Yeah, kind of. I was never really into Cable. I couldn't give you a specific reason why. Maybe because I was
pockets. He had all the pockets.
He had all the pockets.
No, I mean, like, I'm definitely a fan of like a good pocket.
As a woman, I appreciate the pockets.
So that wasn't. I don't know. I think it's because he like fucked with Deadpool so much because like Deadpool was like my guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Josh Brolin's definitely like an inspired choice to play Cable.
Oh yeah,
I'm a big fan of that.
Right on. Ryan, did you ever get down on some Cable nonsense back in the day? Was Cable ever an X-Man on your radar?
No, not really. To be honest, I just like Josh Brolin's Cable.
All right, then just Josh Brolin.
I really can't remember seeing Cable in anything other than covers of Deadpool comics.
Not even covers of Cable comics.
Not even no, I never saw one.
they do exist. Shout out to Rob Liefeld. All right, then. Good call on the Cable man. Was that one of those ones you just Googled and you're like, that makes sense?
No, I don't think he was actually on a list, but there are a number that were. Yeah. You killed me taking Chewy. So rude.
Still
I thought it was safe.
There's
I will be salty for like a week. I'll just randomly wake Daryl up. Chewbacca!
I get it.
What a Wookiee!
Yeah.
All right.
Daryl's into that.
I am. You wake me up at 3 a.m. for some Chewbacca talk, and I'm for it. All right. Geekcast Ryan. It is over to you, sir. You have a spy and you have a doc/medic left. Where's you going?
I'm gonna do my doc/medic. I was crestfallen. I don't get to pick my man, Dr. John Watson. But I had a backup that I'm very happy with. This pick came about during my workshop with the Geekcast Live boys. My medic is Dr. Mark Sloan McSteamy himself from Grey's Anatomy.
Good one.
Wow.
You're gonna get some votes for that one for sure.
McSteamy's gonna get me votes.
Yep.
McSteamy. The legendary Eric Dane.
Wow, man. Names I haven't heard in years.
Yeah.
So you said this came up in the Geekcast Live workshop. Whose idea was this?
It was Nick's.
Of course it was.
Nick said we should probably workshop this. We need to get you on the right path.
All right.
And then he proceeded to give me a bunch of fucking terrible picks.
as he's wont to do.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll share my screen after we're done. You can see like my chart.
Yeah, I would like to do that because I'd like to show mine too. Only because I say a bunch of terrible picks. He picked my anti-hero I was going to go with until I realized that Deadpool was available and I had to kick that one to the curb. So.
To the curb. Sorry about that, Nick. Grey's Anatomy, a show that any of us here ever got down on. It's on its 98th season, I do believe. Winstead, big Grey's guy, huh? And you too.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, I don't know why, but for whatever stupid reason, I was probably drinking. I started watching Grey's Anatomy just because I'd heard so much about it. And I got fucking hooked.
It happens.
And so I like binged like the first 3 seasons, And then I kind of got over it, and then I haven't seen anything since past season 3.
Same.
But those first 3 seasons,
Good television.
great.
Yep.
Pretty great.
You learn something new every day, I tell you. You learn something new every day. McSteamy as the Doc Medic for Geek
Yeah. Multiple Man.
Also multiple man.
He
Correct.
plays multiple X-Men.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
You are correct.
Jimmy Madrox. Shout out to the multiple man. Winston, it's your first of 2 as we hit this turn. It is the last 2 of the open field categories before we get to our theme song. Your anti-hero and your fighter. What's what?
Go with my anti-hero first, because my fighter I might get yelled at.
Probably.
So, being the film guy that I am, I went with one of the greatest anti-heroes ever put to celluloid. And that is Snake Plissken, played by Kurt Russell.
Very good.
He was on my list. Very nice.
Unsurprisingly, I've been him from Halloween like once or twice. Like
you have the hair for it.
Yeah,
You have the hair for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the only one that popped in my head as anti-hero. I mean, I had other ones. I had Deadpool, I had some other ones. But it's the only one that I truly kind of was going to make as my pick. And here we are.
There's rumors of another Kurt Russell Snake Plissken movie. Do we need
There's
this?
rumors. Fuck yeah. If the story is there and Kurt Russell is there and all of his cantankerous glory and his eye patch, I don't know. I'll give it a watch.
Give her a
I'd like to
watch.
see some torch
city? What city would you like him to escape from?
That's a great question.
Escape from Florida. And at
right.
this point,
Just the
it's
state.
finally,
He's in Key West. He's got to get the fuck out of there.
yeah, exactly.
Head north.
Mar-a-Lago. Yeah.
Now you shook your head, Sizzle Chest. You said we don't need another escape.
If
from.
they pass the torch, but those 2 movies, I love those movies, and they were already like a pretty distant sequel in an era that didn't really do that. So like they do have the precedent to do it, but I love what Kurt Russell's been doing lately. Like that dude's a grizzled cowboy now. Like, and it's man, I don't know. Like that's gonna be tough.
Let's
that third act though, when he's in the Panhandle.
It'll be glorious.
It'll be glorious. It's a snake in the swamps. Leslie, you've seen Escape from New York, correct?
I have. It's been a long time. I remember I have a memory of fondness watching it with my dad. But I don't remember details really.
Right on. Okay. Well, the fighter that you're prepared to get yelled at for, Winstead. Who is your fighter?
Okay. My fighter is a great hero, a great fighter, has great instincts. She can also get into a badass yellow mech suit, and Ellen Ripley can kick some ass.
Nice.
I dig it.
Nice.
All right then.
Nice. I actually had her as one of my leaders options.
Yeah.
Not a bad leader option as well.
She was a leader option, and then I pivoted to fighter.
Nice.
Right on. What is there left to be said about Ellen Ripley that hasn't already been said? The dopeness in Aliens. There are some Poprikans that hate Newt because they are terrible people, but I love me some good old Ellen Ripley, man. Which is the better movie, Alien or Aliens, Wednesday?
For me, it's Alien with a fucking bullet. I like Aliens a lot, but Alien was my gateway drug into horror.
Okay.
There was nothing that ever terrified me more than the original Alien, and I watch it just about every year. And then she fucking beats an alien in her white panties. Like what more could you?
What more could you? What a better Hanes commercial than beat an alien. Sizzle, are you an alien or an aliens person, sir?
Aliens, but it's like it's like the moment that Bill Paxton says
Game over.
No, not that. I love that line. Don't get me wrong, I love that line. But when Ripley's like, this little girl survived here for 9 days, he's like, let's put her in charge. Like the way that he shits himself, like begging to not be there. is so much more fun for me. Like the horror element is like a little bit slow, and like even then, like even because I'm a big video game guy, like they're like, play this one where the alien's hunting you and you can't do anything about it. I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's just my life that I'm not in control of. I don't want to not be in control of the game. Like, but I want to shoot the shit. I want to be like do like a fucking gun like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, aliens all day.
All right.
All day.
Leslie, are you an in or ins?
Oh, it's such a tough question. I'm gonna say now I'm an in. I grew up as an ins fan, but I have moved over to the Alien
Yes, Team
camp.
Alien. What about you, Ryan? In or ins?
I love questions with no wrong answers, first of all.
Yeah.
But Alien, for all the reasons that Winston said, it was my gateway to other kinds of movies. So it also helped that my mom let me watch it and she didn't know what it was about. Like Alien, like, oh, like E.T. And
Yep, correct. Yes.
no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it was.
He gives you a great big hug.
With his second mouth.
With this. All right. Geekcast Rye, who's your spy?
Yeah, my spy is the greatest spy ever.
Jean Le Carre is not on the tape.
No, but Perry the Platypus is.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Barry.
Yeah, Perry the Platypus from the Disney Channel show Phineas and Ferb.
Okay, please speak on it.
He is the pet platypus of said characters Phineas and Ferb, and Phineas and Ferb are two kids on summer break who like get up to hijinks, right? And there's like an evil bad guy named Dr. Doofenshmirtz who makes like big devices to destroy the world or to rob a bank or whatever his thing he's doing that episode. And he's always thwarted by Perry the Platypus, who by day is just a pet platypus, but then he puts a fedora on and he knows fucking karate and he kicks the shit out of Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Best spy ever.
I'm so happy that era. My kids did not really fuck with that show.
No, what you heard was I had to watch the show because my kids were watching it. And what I'm telling you is I sought that shit out myself. We've got 40 more episodes of Phineas and Ferb coming on Disney Plus here in a couple months, and I'm here for it.
Right on.
Nice.
Well, we all know there's 104 days left of summer vacation.
Yes.
And Perry the Platypus is an inspired choice. I wish I had picked it. He is a great spy. He's got a lot of gadgets. And he has an underground lair. I don't know if you can top that.
It's true. It's true.
And I think it's going to get a surprising amount of votes on Poprika.
There's only one way to find out. Only one way to find out. Leslie, who are you going with for your science/tech/engineer?
I'm gonna go old school with the man who can fucking figure out anything. MacGyver.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a great pick.
He can fix shit with like bubble gum and a paperclip.
Yep.
Man can defuse bombs. He can rig up all kinds of necessities. He's it.
He's it. MacGyver is your dude. Shout out to Richard Dean Anderson, man.
It's a good Richard Dean Anderson poll.
No one has ever said that before. But
I fucking loved that show when I was little.
you got two choices, right? It's MacGyver or Stargate. That's you don't have anything else.
That's really about it. But man's been rocking the whole career ever since. Everyone always goes to bubblegum and paperclip as their MacGyver choices, and I have resolved to sit down and watch every episode of MacGyver to find out if there is one where he actually uses bubblegum and paperclip.
I don't know if there's one where he uses both, but I am positive he has used gum for shit.
That, yes, I do know. All right, then. We move on.
MacGyver.
Angus. Yeah, just go by MacGyver, buddy. Just go by MacGyver. Your mom did you no favors. All right. It's over to Lay Sis. You will be getting your team leader, and you will be starting with our theme song. The floor is yours.
So admittedly, I held off on leader because I figured like my leader, I wanted to impact the list that I get to build in this draft, right? Like there was a lot of choices on here. I think y'all picked some really excellent ones. I have like a bunch in my pocket. I'm going to go with the one that I didn't expect to go with just right out the gate, but I do love him, Jean-Luc Picard.
Nice.
Good choice.
Nice.
Yeah, so like it's and I used him as kind of like I don't want to say my catch-all, but like I feel like if given a tool, if given something in his toolbox, there's nobody better that's gonna execute with that, right? Like, and so because like I've got like Marvel leaders and like I had Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly and I had like Paul Atreides from Dune, like I had a bunch of people who have led big movements. I feel like Jean-Luc is just gonna like take care of this entire team.
Okay, he's gonna get them where they need to be.
Yeah.
Right on.
And you didn't draft Wesley Crusher, so you should be.
You're safe on that front, sir. You're safe on that front. All right. Good call on the Jean-Luc Picard. It is time for our theme song, sir. And you kick us off.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with America's Song. I'm gonna go with the Top Gun soundtrack.
Oh, the Top Gun. Oh, well done, sir.
Yeah, like
well
just
done.
Like you, whatever's about to happen, the good guys are doing it. Like I'm not a big Top Gun guy. Like I like the new one. The old ones I think overrated, but like that music is just America's gonna win. Like it's just like the good guys are gonna do the job. Like there's like I'm excited to hear like what music y'all pick, but man, it's like that. I'm always just like patriotic.
He says America's gonna win with Canadian Wolverine on his team.
Yep. and a bunch of people that like come from fictional places. Like I'm just
but still America's gonna win when that music comes
America's
on.
Team.
All right, Leslie, what is the rousing song of the third act climax? The shit's going down, man. What song is playing as your team gathers themselves for the final push?
Star Wars theme.
Oh, you can't go wrong.
Yep.
Can't go wrong with the Star Wars theme.
The main Star Wars theme.
All right. It's still one of the most. It's the one seed for a reason in the musical theme bracket that Winston is so dearly loving. It's great. It's great. Well done. Geek Cast Right for the penultimate pick of this draft, sir. What theme song? What ridiculousness are you going with?
Yeah, so I did Nick dirty by not picking his anti-hero, which was Stewie Griffin. and my original pick for the theme song was Boz Scaggs' Lido Shuffle, but I'm not going to pick that.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to go with a suggestion that was given to me by Nick. We're going to go with DJ Snake and Lil Jon's Turn Down for What?
That's a good
one. Well done, sir. That's when you know the shit's about to get real.
Yeah.
Turn down for what?
Yeah.
That's all right, shout out
to John Wick unloads a double barrel shotgun into somebody's chest.
Yeah. I'd like some turn down service. All right.
There it is.
There it is. There it is. Winston with the final pick of the draft, sir, to end this whole bad boy off.
In order for this pick to work, I need everyone to go back to the summer of 1997. You and your friends are playing GoldenEye on Nintendo 64.
Oh.
Yes, indeed.
I'm nauseous. I have motion.
But you have to pause the game because Nick is fucking screen cheating for the 5th time, and you have to call him out. But you don't mind pausing the game because that pause music, when you pause the game,
makes my nipples hard.
So lit.
Yeah. I twitched a little bit when he first told me about that. Yeah. It's a good call, sir. That is a solid fucking theme, sir.
Yep.
So let me run these bad boys down. Winstead, your team, your leader is Captain America, your spy is Jason Bourne, your science tech engineer is Egon Spengler, your doctor is Dr. John Watson, your sorcerer is Obi-Wan Kenobi, your anti-hero is Snake, Your fighter, Ellen Ripley. Your muscle-bound brawlers are the Terminator and Michelangelo. And when the shit goes down, it's the GoldenEye 64 pause music. How are you feeling?
Dude, I love this so much. I might not win, but that is a fucking great draft.
That's a hell of a list, sir.
That's a hell of a list.
That's a hell of a list. Going on over to Geekcast Rye. You, sir. Your team leader is Aragorn's son, if I remember correctly, of Arathorn.
Yes.
Your spy is Perry the Platypus of Phineas and Ferb fame.
Yep.
Your science tech engineer is Donatello. Your doctor is Dr. Mark Sloan, aka McSteamy. Your magician / sorcerer is Merlin, Sword and Stone. Your anti-hero is Deadpool. Your fighter is John Wick. Your brawlers are Hellboy and She-Ra. And when the shit goes down, they will turn down for what?
That's excellent. That's a really solid list.
I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can sense it in your very satisfied looking face there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Leslie.
You smug piece of shit.
You smug piece of shit. I've often said that in my life, I need someone, a villain, to call me a smug son of a bitch at some point. Leslie, your team leader is Morpheus. Great start there, man. Your spy is Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow. Your technical person is MacGyver. Your doctor / medic is Dr. McCoy, the Carl Urban one. Your magician is Luke Skywalker. Yes. Your anti-hero is Elena Belova. Your fighter is Neo. Your brawlers are Daniel Craig, James Bond, and Cable. Not sure how they'll work together, but they'll figure it out. Teamwork. And they're getting right to the Star Wars theme, man.
Yeah.
And you got Luke Skywalker, so it kind of makes sense, man. That theme song's give him that extra bit of juice.
Tracks.
Sizzle Chest. To wind this bad boy down, your team leader is Mr. Engage himself, Jean-Luc Picard. Your spy, Sterling Archer. Your engineer tech guy is Anthony Stark. Your doctor / medic is Katara. Very good pull there. Your magician / sorcerer is Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Your anti-hero is Wolverine. Your fighter is Geralt of Rivia. Good call there, sir. Your brawlers are Smart Hulk and Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Very well done. I like that.
Tough to beat.
and your theme song, Top Gun. Now the question is, are we talking Highway to the Danger Zone or the actual instrumental, the bow, bow, bow?
Yeah, the bow, 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 bow. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's it, man. How are you feeling, sir?
I feel real solid about that list. I like it.
Leslie, I don't think I asked you, how do you feel about your list?
Oh, it's ridiculous. My goal is to get more than please, more than 5 votes. That would be nice.
More than 5 votes. We're gonna see if we can get you there. Sizzle, you seem happy with your list. Everyone seems happy with their lists, man.
Yeah.
By the time, of course, you out there are hearing this, that list has been put up for voting. So we have ourselves a winner. Good luck to all of you. And that's it, man. That's it for the Hero Draft 2 right here on Poprika. I'd like to thank Joel Winstead, Leslie Ellsworth, Geekcast Right, and Mark Sizzlechest for joining me on this, man. You all take it easy and have a good one.